Hello, I'm Todd with Todd Hess Painting. We're going to talk about what separates a good and great painting company here in York, PA. There's lots of good painting companies, but the question is whether they're great or not. There's a lot of things that separate those two companies. So one I would believe would be, if we're looking at hiring a painting company, not always cost is going to be the first thing that's like, oh, well, they cost 15% more than everybody. I have to be getting a better painting company. They must be a great painting company. Not all the time. We strive here to give what we believe is a reasonable cost for the quality that you're going to get. Now, also with that, because we consider ourselves a great painting company, and what we believe separates us from a good painting company is we're going to help you through picking out colors. We're going to sample when we believe that you are not sure about the color that you've already selected. We're going to sample because we know that you're making an investment in your home, and that would be irresponsible of us to just say, hey, client, just pick a color out. We're just going to put it on your walls. You get to pick it out on a little tiny piece of paper, which ink is different than pigment. So just pick it out and we'll put it on your walls. We believe that's irresponsible. We don't do that. We encourage clients to get a color consult with us, and we go over colors with them. And if we believe that they need to get sampling done, we're going to do this sampling. We're going to give a little bit of extra time. We also take the time to do criminal background checks on people that are hired into the company because we work inside your home. And we want to make sure that the people we hire are going to be a right fit so that everyone is safe and everyone can trust the people that are going inside their home. If you are a client of ours, you've probably experienced some of this, but we usually bring in newspapers. We usually bring up garbage cans at the end of the day. We do those little things to help so that the client knows that we respect their time. We're happy that they're allowing us to work on their home. There's going to be other little things too. We're going to protect things a little bit more than a good painting company. We're going to, sometimes it's going to even look like we've overprotected. And I've told the employees that work inside the company, told them, I said, there's nothing ever wrong with a client feeling as though you've overprotected their property. We're here as a painting company to not only do great painting work, but to make sure that we don't break, get paint on, mess up, anything that we're not doing work on. So I think that's also a big separation between good and great companies. I also think one that I had a little bit of talks about, but we'll say it here because it needs to be said. If a company has a bunch of reviews, which lots of companies do, I would strongly encourage you to ask them if they're paying their employees to ask for those reviews. Because here we don't believe that's a real review. We do work, we send an email out to you, and we just ask for your honest opinion on how we've done our job as a company, as a team. We don't have our employees coming to you asking for a 5-star review and then telling you they're being paid for it. I think that making sure that a person shows up with a logoed shirt on from the company that they're working for is important as a distinguishing thing from a good and great painting company. If they're coming in just a white plain tee, or another good one is they're just coming in PBG or Sherwin-Williams shirts that they're being given free from the paint stores, I think that also is a good separator of good and great. Great companies have taken the time to logo themselves, and for you to be able to know when they come to knock on the door to do the work that they're from the company that you've hired. Another big one is how people pay their employees. At Todd Hess Painting, all of our employees are W-2 employees. We don't hire subcontractors. When you get into asking a company whether they have subcontractors, and they say they do. Just remember that if you hire them, you are just now separating yourself one more stage, that if, God forbid, something happens on your project, that you're gonna have to deal with not only the person that came and sold you the work, but he's gonna have to then go and get the subcontractor to do something and to correct something that has happened on your job. It kind of muddies the water with trying to give you work that we're promising you that we are gonna do and how we're gonna do it. We kind of have control over that because we have W-2 employees. So our employees come out, they have logoed shirts on, they're gonna do what's inside of that contract to the T because that's the standards inside of our company. When somebody has subcontractors, maybe you get a good subcontractor one day because you wanted your bedroom painted, and maybe you don't get a really good subcontractor from the same contractor the next time when you get your living room done. But this time, it's your living room, it's your common area, and people are walking through it. And maybe the cut-in lines aren't as tight as it was last time. So dealing with a great company is about being able to call and even asking for the same foreman that you've had the last time. We provide that here. So with all that said, I think that all that information would be enough information for you to be able to distinguish between a good and great painting company and have questions for contractors that come into your home. If you're in the need for a painting contractor here in York, PA, our number is 717-881-5807.